defense is so dominant.
Oh, I heard that Clemson, half the team had like a flu of some sort as well. On top of that smackdown, I heard half the players were running off the field to go and throw up because they were all sick.
Well, I mean, it's very possible, but the reason I'm most impressed is I knew they were going to be good. They put an absolute pounding on another top 25 team, and they were the first team this season so far to turn over Lamar Jackson.
They did a good job holding a Heisman candidate and beating the crap out of the other
He was
side.
still 3 touchdowns and 1 interception.
Absolutely.
Yards.
Yeah, I take back what I said about them. Last week I think I said that I didn't have a lot of faith in them, and they clearly proved me wrong.
Although
they're
still
not. I don't think they're gonna. They might be playoff bound. I don't think they're on Alabama's level, but and I don't think they're. Where are they? Number 2 right now?
Yeah, they're number 2.
Yeah, I don't think they're number 2.
I think they are.
At
the moment.
I think they're.
But we'll see in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see in 2 weeks. They got Virginia Tech in 2 weeks.
That's a real good game.
Oh, that's the team that I have representing the Coastal.
Okay.
In the ACC championship. But let's go on most disappointing. Tony.
Seriously? The Giants. Go on.
Wait, no. When I said disappointing, I don't mean like what disappointed you the most. I mean like based on expectations.
The Giants, period.
Really?
Go on.
Okay.
You get 1 touchdown? 1.
Dan O'Shea.
Louisville. I had a lot more faith in them than that, and they were just not very good.
Yeah. Dan Beebe.
How about the Chargers? I mean, they just keep blowing it. You give Jay Cutler that first win. So I mean, how humiliating is that?
Well, I think the Dolphins are still a playoff team, so I don't think it's that humiliating.
I don't know. They barely beat the Chargers. I need to see more from the Dolphins before I'm willing to put them in playoffs.
It was their first game after a natural disaster, decimated their home. It
was for the Bucs too, and the Bucs put a
Miami didn't get hit as bad as Tampa, and Tampa put a whooping on the Bears.
In all fairness, Tampa's stadium is shaped like a boat, so they just they were prepared.
Their cannons were damaged. Did you not hear? They couldn't fire the cannons.
Yeah, seriously. I'll give you another. I'll give you another surprise for college, just to throw it out there. Air Force's performance against Michigan.
I thought that was good.
Yeah, it was real good.
It was real good.
I'm so happy.
Yeah. A lot of grit.
I mean, they had a garbage time touchdown. Basically, Michigan did, but they kept it to 9 points.
Yeah, they played them very close.
Yeah, Michigan players complimented Air Force afterward too. They said that they were,
a tough bunch.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna say to a group of people that can bomb your house?
My most disappointing, Ezekiel Elliott. 9 rushes for 8 yards.
Yeah.
Looked absolutely disinterested in the entire game, especially on that interception. He just stood there with his hand on his hip.
Yeah, he's just like, oh man.
He's like, forget this.
How many fantasy points did he pay out after that?
Not a lot.
I got
6, something like that.
Just for walking on the field?
Yeah. That just for the catches he had.
I was gonna say he had a couple catches. But
yeah,
20 points before. Or
what was that?
He's supposed to have 18 or 20.
Yeah, he was projected the person that had him in the Death Wish League because it's a PPR league. He was projected 19.8 or something like that.
Yeah, and he must have gotten 5.
4.4.
And in standard he got 2.
Yeah, C.J. Anderson did pretty good.
C.J. Anderson did, but
I could see that week 1 disappointment there. I agree with you in that sense too.
Yeah, 9 rushes for 8 yards.
Yeah, I got a lot of stock in him elsewhere. Trust me, he didn't do me any favors.
All right, who won the week, Tony?
Who won the week? College or pro?
Either, your choice.
I'm going to say that Clemson won the league.
Okay.
That was a dominating performance in a primetime game against a team that, last year played them very close and should have played them a lot closer than that, but Clemson showed the rest of the world that, we're a good team, but we're also not messing around. We're here to stay.
This is actually where I had Simeon.
You can stick with Simeon if you want.
Yeah, he did. He kind of did win the league for him.
Yeah, I'm in a 2-quarterback league for one of my leagues, and I picked him as my backup, and now he's starting. So
yeah,
he won the job over him, literally.
Yeah.
Dan Beebe, who won the week?
How about the Falcons and their home opener in the new stadium?
Yo, anyone who goes to that stadium on a Saturday is the
Chick-fil-A.
one. Chick-fil-A.
Not open on Sundays. Why are you in a football stadium?
Well,
stupid.
so what they did?
Stupid.
No, what they did is really smart. All of their concessions can rotate. So like, all they have to do is flip the Chick-fil-A signs and like move a couple things, and it's ready as another concession for Sunday.
Okay.
So it's like a 2-minute changeover to go from Chick-fil-A to the general concession.
And hey, they have one Monday night game a year.
And a Thursday night.
Yeah, so we'll
it's
sell
genius
chicken
by
then.
Chick-fil-A because they're like, oh, here we are, but you can't have us, so, it just makes you want to.
Well, that being said, down in Atlanta, I mean, walk out of the stadium,
Yeah,
throw
there's
a rock,
18
you'll hit a
chicken
Chick-fil-A.
places.
They're also one of the few teams that practice in the facility they play in, and their practices are open to the public.
Oh, well, there you go. Also,
So on Wednesday, if you want Chick-fil-A, you can
some
go
of the
get
best concession stand prices, by the way, at the new
it.
Atlanta
Seriously,
Stadium.
$20 gets you 6 slices of pizza and free refills on your soda.
You beat that.
Freaking
$20,
amazing.
6 slices of pizza, free refills on soda. All right.
I'm about to trade in a different league. I'm about to trade for Leonard Fournette for Jordan Reed in a
Do it.
PPR league.
All right. The player that
I'm gonna
won
accept that.
player that won the week for me, Ziggy Ansah. Monster. He had again, the word I have in all caps. He had a monster game. 6 tackles, all solo, 3 sacks. He's already one of the best players in the game, and he showed on prime time why that is.
Mm-hmm.
Monster. Ziggy Ansah won the week. All right. I'll tell you who lost the week. That'd be Tony, going 4-6 in our picks this week.
Yeah.
Going to quickly run through that. Tony went 4-6. Next was Dan O'Shea at 6-4, came in third place. Dan Beebe came in second place, 7-3. I came in first, 8-2. Memphis beat UCLA. Florida beat Tennessee. Clemson beat Louisville. Cal beat Mississippi. Did we all have Miami of Ohio? Who did Miami of Ohio play?
Cincinnati.
Yeah, they played Cincinnati. Cincinnati won. Falcons beat the Packers. Chiefs beat the Eagles. Steelers beat the Vikings. Redskins beat the Rams. Dolphins beat the Chargers. Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, I think I messed up. Oh, I gave you a win for the Chargers, Dan Beebe. That's not correct. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're actually 6-4. So you and Dan O'Shea tied for second. Yep. That means Tony's still fourth. I was still first. And let's go over the overall standings. I'm in first place overall, 19 wins, 7 losses. Dan Beebe in second place, 17-12. Uh-huh. Is that correct? I did that wrong. Yeah, no, I did that wrong. It should be 14-12, not 17. 14-12.
Do math.
So you're actually in third place. Dan O'Shea, you're in second, 15-11. Woo! Tony, you're at 14-12 as well. All right. So now, this week we're going to do our picks a little bit differently. We are going to be doing overs and unders and against the spread. You guys ready?
As ready as I'm going to be.
All right. First game, we have Temple, 20-point underdogs to South Florida. 20 points is a lot to be giving. Yep. South Florida is also ranked and Temple is not. So, that being said, Dan Beebe, what have you got?
Who's the favorite?
South Florida.
By 20 points.
By 20 points.
South Florida.
All right, so we're going to have South Florida minus 20 is your pick. Mm-hmm. Dan O'Shea.
I have Temple because I don't think South Florida is going to beat the spread. South Florida is going to win the game, but I have Temple just because of the spread. South Florida is good. I don't think they're quite as good as they should be. They're still kind of settling in.
They struggled against San Jose State and Stony Brook.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a 10-17 point victory, but not a 20 plus.
All right, and Tony.
I am going to take. I'm going to take Temple.
Temple to stick within 20. Okay.
Mainly because South Florida couldn't cover the spread against Stony Brook. Couldn't cover it against San Jose State. I don't see a reason why they cover it against Temple.
All right, I'm going to actually change up how I say this. I'll give the favorite first. Houston, 6-point favorite over Texas Tech. Dan Beebe, we'll start with you again.
Go with Houston.
So you're going to go Houston +6. Oh, no, Houston -6. They're the favorite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Dan O'Shea.
I'm going with Houston. Texas is bad on the road, even though Shimnick is pretty good and very efficient. Houston is extremely good at home, and their defense is going to step up.
Tony, what have you got?
I'll take Houston in the 6.
Okay. And I'm taking Texas Tech +6.
Interesting.
All right, we got OK State, 12-point favorites over Texas Christian University. So we'll start with Dan O'Shea this time. Dan, what you got?
I know we talked about this earlier, that you think OK State is going to destroy TCU. I don't think that they're going to beat the spread at 11.5, so I'm going with TCU. OK State's obviously the better team.
I'm going based off the spread for the time when it was. It was 12. Do you still take the 12? Oh, yeah, if you took it 11.5, duh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've got TCU for the +12.
Yeah, I think if TCU can get through OK State's offensive line and disrupt them, then it's going to be a much better game than this spread is calculating.
Well, the one thing that I do recognize that their line could be a liability, but we haven't seen Mason Rudolph have to run yet, and he can do that. That's true. I feel like he's. We'll get to it. Tony, what do you have on the OK State 12-point favorite over TCU?
Oklahoma State. They'll win by 2 touchdowns.
Okay. Dan Beebe.
Let's go OK State.
And I, of course, am going with OK State -12. All right. Next, we have Duke, the 2.5-point favorite over North Carolina. We'll start with you again, Dan O'Shea. What have you got?
I'm going with North Carolina. Duke has a good record, but I don't see their passing game being anything to be feared. I think this game's going to be close, and I like North Carolina to at least get the cover, maybe even pull out a win.
Okay. Tony, we got Duke, North Carolina.
I'm going to go with Duke, but I'm not going to give reasoning because it's one of the ones I'm covering on the podcast. I'm sorry. We are on the podcast. My God. We must be going late. It's one of the ones I'm covering in the blog this week.
Perfect. Dan Beebe, you got Duke or North Carolina?
North Carolina.
Okay. And I'm going with Duke because I've watched them every week, and I've seen nothing that suggests they're not going to rip them apart.
Okay.
All right.
It's actually more... I'll get into it.
All right, and we got Georgia at 6.5-point favorite over Mississippi State. So we'll start with Tony. Tony, what you got?
This is another one of those interesting games. I'm probably going to be including this as well in my podcast.
Blog post.
Blog post. I'm already thinking about it. This is a tough game for me. I am going to go with Mississippi State. But that being said, I still think Georgia wins.
Okay.
I think it's just going to be this is probably going to be a field goal game here.
So you're taking Mississippi State plus 6.5. Dan Beebe, what have you got?
Mississippi State.
Okay. And Dan O'Shea.
I am also going with Mississippi State. They dominated LSU. I think they could win. They have the spread, but I also think they could pull out a victory here.
All right, and I am going with Georgia to cover the 6.5. Now we're getting to the NFL. So we have Ravens Jags over under 40.5.
It's a morning game, isn't it?
It's London.
It is, yeah. Who's starting on that?
Ravens.
Well, no, we're not
Over
picking. We're
under.
picking the over/under.
Do you think the two teams combined will score